Tomorrow, America will celebrate Juneteenth, the nation's newest federal holiday. I'm sure a lot of you know what it represents, but for those who don't, it commemorates the day when the last enslaved black Americans in Galveston, Texas, were informed that they had been freed. This took place on June 19, 1865, more than 2 years after Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring the official end of slavery. But the Civil War itself, which really resulted in the practical end of slavery, had ended 2 months earlier. Black Americans have been paying tribute to their ancestors on Juneteenth for generations, but it only became official on the federal calendar 2 years ago when President Joe Biden signed a bill passed by Congress. But making Juneteenth what it is today was no easy feat. It required tireless work from countless activists and advocates over the years to keep this movement front and center. And one of the most prominent people in the fight to recognize Juneteenth is 96-year-old Opal Lee. Dubbed the grandmother of Juneteenth, Lee spent decades working to make this a reality. It became her life's mission. She spent more than 40 years as a community activist spreading the word of Juneteenth. She worked for the Tarrant County, Texas Black Historical and Genealogical Society, which oversaw local Juneteenth celebrations. But in 2016, at the age of 89, she knew she had to go bigger if she wanted Juneteenth to be recognized on a national scale. That year, she trekked 1,400 miles from Fort Worth, Texas, to Washington, D.C. in a campaign to convince the Obama administration and congressional lawmakers to recognize the holiday. 7 years later, it became law. Joining me now is the grandmother of Juneteenth herself, Ms. Opal Lee. She is a retired educator and an honorary national co-chair of the Juneteenth Legacy Project. She was president at the White House when President Biden signed Juneteenth into law 2 years ago. Ms. Opal Lee, good to see you on the show. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
It is an honor to have you here. For many years, Juneteenth was just simply not a household name among white people and some black people. But now, thanks to the hard work of people like you and others, this has been your life's mission. What made you want to make this into a national holiday?
Well, you need to know about mentors I had, and one of them was Dr. Ronald Myers. He was a medical doctor. He was a minister and a jazz musician, all rolled into one. Well, Doc's responsible for some 42, if not more, states having some kind of commemoration. And so I think maybe some of Doc rubbed off on me. I think he might be looking down now and saying, it's about cotton picking time, you got it done.
As we discussed in the intro, you, at the age of 89, you're 96 now, at the age of 89, you walked from Fort Worth all the way to D.C. in an effort to raise awareness for Juneteenth. And by the way, you're inspiring me. I'm going to at least walk home after work today, which is not nearly that kind of a trek. Why did you decide to do that? Why did you think that was going to be important? And how'd that feel? That's quite a walk.
Well, you got to know that, hey, I'm the mother of 4 children that were grown. I had gone to colleges and universities. I had taught school. You know, I taught 3rd grade so long that I began to act like those 8-year-olds. So they gave me another position. I was the visiting teacher. But we started a food bank. I had a farm. So I decided that maybe there was something else that I needed to do. And so I figured some of Doc rubbed off on me, and I started walking from Fort Worth to D.C. Now, I don't want you to give the people the impression I did 1,400 miles. I did a lot of miles, and I started out to do the 1,400. So I walked 2.5 miles. I'd go home. I'd pick up where I left off. I'd do 2.5 more miles. So I walked through Fort Worth, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Box Springs, Dallas, but somebody had promised that I could use an RV to rest. And they changed their minds. They said what I was doing was too political, and they kept their old RV. But everybody was so nice to me. Shreveport, somebody in Shreveport took me to Texarkana. Somebody in Texarkana took me to Little Rock. And so it went. I went to Colorado Springs, St. Louis. I was in Atlanta. I was all over the place. Philadelphia. So if I left June 2016, I actually got there January 2017.
Wow.
Well, I asked President Obama to walk with us from the Frederick Douglass House to the Capitol. But he was in Chicago. I didn't get what I wanted. But guess what?
What?
He helped me get 1,500,000 signatures to take to Congress. And we were prepared to take that many more when we got the call to go to the White House.
It's amazing.
I'm telling you, I was a happy camper.
You, when you were at the White House, you exchanged words with Joe Biden during his official signing of Juneteenth. It was June of 2021 at this point, several years later. What'd you guys talk about? What'd you say to one another in that moment?
Well, I thought I'd keep something to myself. I'm not telling it all. He gave me that pen that I'm delighted to have, one of those he used to sign the bill into law. And he gave me a check for $6.19 because we are going to have a Juneteenth museum, a national one in Fort Worth, Texas. Get out of my face. And so I was delighted to be in the White House with the president and the vice president and all those legislators. I could have done a holy dance, but the kids say when I try, I'm twerking.
That is an amazing story. Opal Lee, unbelievable this time you've spent doing this, but the fact that when you decided you wanted to kick it up, you did so at the age of 89, and now at 96 you get to celebrate along with the rest of us. We get to celebrate along with you for something that you fought so hard along with others. Thank you for being with us. Ms. Opal Lee is the honorary national co-chair of the Juneteenth Legacy Project. She is known affectionately as the grandmother of Juneteenth. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.